Hey, it's Dave from Dave's Hunting, Shooting, and Bushcraft, Dave's HSB. So, hey, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. And today we're going to show you how my latest hunt went. So, all right, hope you stay tuned and hope you enjoy. Dave out.
Here you can see me walking into the spot where I plan on setting up to hunt. I'm carrying a little swivel chair that I'll just set on the ground and we'll put its legs up. And it was about a full 45 minutes before shooting light, and that would make an hour and 15 minutes before sunlight. So here's a shot of what the sun looks like when it's first coming up. I chose this strategy because of the early movement of deer seems to be right at the first moment the ground starts to thaw a little bit, and this coincides with, sun up, so it makes sense to do it this way. Plus, I was, busted by deer when I came in a little bit later in the day, like right around sunrise, so that wasn't working. So I need to get out there earlier. That's what I did. Here's kind of the setup perspective. I'll show you a good view here in a minute, and you can see right here I'll put some markers on the screen showing you the trail I'm looking down and the field of range that I've got. It's pretty narrow. First marker shows the tree that has the trail camera on it. This marker shows the trail that I'm looking down. And this one shows the approximate place where I believe the deer will be crossing.
So this is my setup. I just have a little turkey ground blind. Got a little swivel chair sitting behind it, and that's where I sat. And I was looking down. You can see down this trail, and the deer was about as far down the trail as you could get for me to have a shot. But it was a good shot. All right, I take back a little bit of my. No, I don't really. I mean, it cost me a deer yesterday. I had a light primer strike. No, I had a primer strike, and it didn't fire. But today it worked, so off we go. All right, I'm gonna go get the ATV, and we'll haul it back. Right here is where I shot the deer. You can see where it fell, kicked up the dirt, and then it ran. It didn't run, it stumbled. Pretty good blood trail though, like you can see it there. And just follow it. I gotta admit, I started this morning, or actually I've been feeling, kind of despondent about hunting because I've hadn't had that much success. Been out a lot and nothing. And then last night when I had a deer in front of me 10 yards and I fired, the bullet didn't go. Primer was depressed, but it didn't fire. Now, some folks said it was a light primer strike. I don't think so, but maybe it was. But today it fired fine, and it put a hurt on that deer. So, what do I think about the 350 Legend? I'm not sure. We'll talk about it a little bit more here in a minute, but that's where we're at. All right, there she is.
So let's talk a little bit about the 350 Legend and the Savage 110 Engage. First, it's the first deer I shot with the Savage 110 Engage and the 350 Legend round. And my observations are, one, it's a powerful round. It knocked the deer down to the ground. Although it got up and crawled off, it put it down. The second observation is that the round really impacts the deer. The entrance wound was pretty typical, but the exit was a little bit larger than a 50-cent piece. That's pretty significant. And it also led for an easy trail because of the blood trail that you could follow. Probably the easiest trail I've had in a long, long time. So, yeah, I was impressed, very impressed. I would say the 350 Legend is a very good deer round from my initial observations.
It's pretty steep up to where the ATV is. Right up there. So I'm going to use this rope and try to pull her up with the ATV. And hopefully this is a good idea. Not some crazy David idea. Put you down and watch the shenanigans from here for a minute. Lily's here. She's all excited. She always likes it. Recovering deer. But, everybody. Let's see if I can find the phone. Yeah, I got like maybe 50 more feet of rope than probably I need. Come on. Lily, come on. Follow Daddy. Oh, you're stuck around the tree. Come on, baby. Good girl. You worked it out. Follow me. Stay with Daddy. Your angle's horrible, by the way. Sorry about this, guys. I just don't have enough hands. Oh, poor Lily. She's trying to follow behind me. She gets wrapped around trees. You got to go around this way, baby. No, look. Oh, maybe I didn't have too much rope. Let's see what we can tie you on to. Let's see if this will work. Let's hit it. Oh, he's not trying to work. Is it pulling it? Right here. There's the deer. Whew. It's hard work for an old man here. Don't you fall. You're so close. She's up here. That was an adventure. That's Davey Boy and Lily. How we get a deer up a steep hill here. That's it. It's still a lot of work, but a lot less than what it should have been, or would have been. We just finished cording in the deer and putting it in the cooler. We gotta get some ice yet, but everything's done. Lily's got a bloody chin from all the deer meat she's grabbed, or deer blood. And got a fire going, so anyways, I thought I'd wrap up this video. So gun season, Tennessee, got a doe, The freezer's pretty full. I don't know how much more. Probably go out late season now and wait here for a while. I don't know. This seems like the deer have really retreated. I don't know if there's must be a lot of pressure around, because it's not for me. I've only hunted a few times. All said and told, probably 5 times. That includes through archery, through muzzleloader, 2 archery, 1 muzzleloader, and I think 2 guns. My second day of gun season. So yeah, it's not pressure here, but the deer sure act like they're under a lot of pressure. So I'm not sure where it's at. Anyway, I was going into this hunt. You know how sometimes you just, I don't know, you just didn't feel highly motivated. That's what I probably was, because I had been on kind of a, an O-fer streak, many times out and no deer, and started in Virginia. And I really shouldn't complain, because I got a nice buck early season archery in West Virginia. Thank you, Dave Wetzel. And I feel fortunate about that. I should feel blessed. But I was hoping to get, a deer in Virginia and maybe one here. And then when I roll up here, the deer are just, they're on camera, but at very specific spots. And I was fearful of hunting those spots, because I've left those alone, because I wanted to feel no pressure there. So I decided, one, I had to motivate myself to get out there and keep trying, which was hard. And 2, I had to come up with a strategy. And the strategy I had was get up real early, get into the woods before anything moves, which I did. I was out there 45 minutes before legal sunlight. That's almost an hour and 15 minutes before sunlight. So fairly early. In place, ready, and just sat and waited. And then the opportunity came. So, it's the right move. I talked myself into it last night to get out, and, finally got off the zero O-fer streak. And, got a decent doe. And I think this is one of the does it's always snorting at me. So it'd be good to get off the land. And I have according to the trail cams, I have way too many does. Could probably use 2 or 3 more gone, really, and then maybe 2 or 3 of the young bucks, maybe 1 or 2 of the old. Good luck getting the old ones, because they're cruisers. It's hard to get them here. Property's not big enough. Well, it's just an excuse, but they do cruise. You have to be at the right spot, right time when they're cruising, and then you can get them. But I don't know that any of the big bucks actually bed on my property. They may. I doubt it. I definitely won't hunt till after Christmas, and probably wait till we've got a good, wet, cold day, and go out and hunt then. And that'll be the next time I come out. That's the best chance I got for getting a buck, I think, is a nice cold day when I can get high up in a tree and try to catch one strolling. So that'll be my strategy. All right. Yeah, this is the first deer I've ever shot by sitting on the ground. I know other people have done it, but for me it was the first time. I've always been on a blind or up in a tree. Almost always in a tree, I would say. Some kind of stand in a tree. But, yeah, this time. And for what's happening on the land right now, it's the right strategy, because the deer are hanging out in areas where you can't climb a tree, because none of the tree are big enough. So, maybe you could saddle one. You could probably go up in a saddle on some of them, but not my climber. It won't work. It'll tilt too much. So that's the way it goes. Anyway, I'm kind of blabbering. So yeah, well, Lillie and I appreciate you tuning in and watching. And like I always say, make kindness your business, especially this time of year. If you make kindness part of what you do, It's amazing what an impact that can have on people's lives. So enough said there.